The very fact that you're able to own a PlayStation and play games on PlayStation is because of me. All the work I put in back in the day while you were still in the stroller sucking on your mom's hairy nipples. This is all me.
G'day everyone, it's your boy Jordan CS No here, and welcome back to another cringy ass video on the dark web. And today we have a bit of a special video, because a while ago you might remember that I made a video on, well, this clown.
I'm the best at this. I am the king of gaming. I have the greatest taste. Of course you're going to listen to someone as great as me.
I made a video covering that about 3 months ago, and it did pretty well, actually. I'll link that video in the description just in case you haven't seen it already and you want to go watch it. But essentially what happened in this video is that this guy, Young Defiant, was saying that if you're excited for God of War Ragnarok, you're not a real gamer. And that God of War has ruined gaming or some bullshit. And also that he's the king of gaming, and that he built PlayStation single-handedly off of his back or some shit. I don't know. It was a really cringe video. But today, we have the sequel to God of War Has Ruined Gaming, titled God of War Ragnarok Reviews Are Lies, which is essentially just him capping the fuck out because God of War Ragnarok actually got good reviews from critics, and he's upset about that because he wanted the game to do terribly. And not gonna lie, I saw this video and thought, I kinda got nothing else to talk about it. I mean, it's between talking about this video and giving a certain cucumber man more attention, which I'd rather not do. So strap yourselves in, and let's just play the video.
God of War Ragnarok is not only one of the worst games of 2022, but honestly one of the worst games to ever come out of PlayStation. If you're excited for this game, there is clearly something wrong with you. You are not normal, and you never will be.
Yeah, that's right, guys. If you are excited for God of War Ragnarok, you are not normal, and never will be. You know, unlike the guy who thinks he's the king of gaming, and that his opinion is more valid than everybody else's, and also thinks that he built PlayStation's entire brand from the ground up, which would literally require billions of dollars, which something tells me that Young Defiant, with 33,000 subscribers, wouldn't have.
I'm so sick, man. So sick of you fake gamers, you frauds with terrible taste occupying the space that I built. I made PlayStation a household name, not you. I supported great games and built this brand up to what it is today. Not you. This is all me, not you.
No, you didn't do anything except be one of millions of consumers that buy Sony's products. Do you want to know the people, though, who really did build Sony's brand? Who really did make them a household name? Sony. Sony's executives, their marketing team, all of them. They're the ones that built the brand and made products and marketed them so that people like yourself would actually buy them.
The very fact that you're able to own a PlayStation and play games on PlayStation is because of me. All me. All the work I put in back in the day while you were still in the stroller sucking on your mom's hairy nipples. This is all me.
Bro, you went to fucking Walmart and bought a console and a game. Just like millions of other people did. Just like millions of other people still do. Like, you're not special, my guy. Like, you're not some messiah, savior of PlayStation. You're just some idiot who had $400 to spare. You know, like every other person. Like, I don't know why all these Sony fanboys think that they're special just because they buy PlayStation products. Like, dickhead, you're literally one out of millions of other consumers who managed to scrape together $400. Like, you're not special. Well, okay, he clearly is special, just not the same way that he might think.
All you losers with your PS4s, PS5s, new gen trash gamers that came out of nowhere and started hyping up garbage games like this.
My guy, they came from the exact same fucking place that you did. Like, the arrogance here is unbelievable that he doesn't realize the only difference between him and all these new gamers is time.
Ruining PlayStation forever, and it still hasn't recovered.
What the fuck do you mean they still haven't recovered? I mean, technically speaking, Sony are doing better than they've ever done before. The only difference is that they're not making the games that you want to see, which, yeah, you can be disappointed about that, but can't you just say, hey, look, this new PlayStation stuff, it ain't for me. You know, I kind of miss the old PlayStation, not, you guys have ruined gaming, all you PS4, PS5 losers. It gives off a lot of the same energy as Cucumber Man did in the Elden Ring reviews. Like, he couldn't just say, hey, look, this game ain't for me. He had to say, if you enjoy this game, you have no family, no friends, no life, you're a loser.
You know, I remember the old days when you didn't have to deal with these annoying bad taste having frauds, these losers with bad taste. You didn't have to deal with these reviewers that aren't anywhere near credible, just say what they're paid to say, walking, talking robots, walking, talking shills.
What do you mean? Games journalism is incredibly credible. No, look, this is probably the one good point that he's made in this video, that games journalists aren't exactly credible. Like, they're bought and sold.
Listen, if you actually believe these God of War Ragnarok reviews are real, all this praise that the game is getting is real, you're even more stupid than I imagined.
I mean, my guy, the reviews very well could be real, but at the same time, they might not be. Now, I think it is kind of stupid to say that these reviews aren't real, just like that, because we haven't seen any evidence to prove that God of War Ragnarok is undeserving of those reviews. Now, they could very well be fake, but also, the game could just be good. Like, you'll never know until you play the game. Like, when it comes to these games, form your own opinion about it. Play the game for yourself. And if the game is bad, or you just don't want to play the game, then don't play it. It's that simple.
Anyone with a quarter of a brain, which is honestly even less than what most of you watching this video have, if we're being real, you're not all there up top. You're not dealing with a full deck of cards. You can never be as intelligent as me, as truly sophisticated as me.
And humble.
As me, but who could? No one.
I'm gonna be completely honest here. Probably 90% of the people who have watched this far into the video could be. I mean, I don't know, I just don't really understand what's so intelligent about making a video where you're like, this game is trash, new PlayStation sucks, blah 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 blah, no reasoning. I'm smarter and more sophisticated than everybody. If you gotta tell everybody about how smart you are, you ain't that smart. It's that simple.
But anyone who can at least tell their left from their right would know these reviews are just not real, bro. God of War Ragnarok deserves the lowest possible score you could give it, and that still wouldn't be accurate enough to describe how truly bad of a game this is.
Genuine question here. How do you know that this is a bad game? It's not even fucking out yet. Like, maybe if you want to look at the actual leaked footage of God of War, because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of that out there, and say, the game doesn't look that good, that's fine, okay? We all did that with The Last of Us 2, that's fine. But it's like, you aren't even doing that. Your justification here is literally, these reviews have to be fake, because new PlayStation is trash, and because the games journalist said it's good, and I have to do exactly the opposite of them.
And honestly, what's even more pathetic is this game ended up getting the same score as the last God of War game in 2018, which is honestly pathetic when you think about it, right? It's like you're supposed to elevate as a developer. You're supposed to come out with something that's better. All this proves is they took the safe route, didn't know what to do, and this is just nothing but a total reskin.
Okay, 2 points to address here. Number one, yes, God of War Ragnarok, I'm pretty sure is meant to just be more of the same. Like, we've seen from all the trailers and the gameplay that it's gonna be very similar to the last game, maybe with a few additions or something like that. But for the most part, mechanically, it's gonna be the same game. Just continuing the story of the previous game, which is honestly fine. And secondly, there's no fucking way you can spin a score of 94 into a bad thing. 94 is undoubtedly a good score. Yeah, it's the same score as the last game, but it's like, there's only 6 points higher you can go from that. And if everyone's giving it similar scores to the last game, which a lot of people gave 10s, then yeah, of course it's gonna have the same or a similar score.
Let's do the bare minimum work, because we know when we drop this garbage, this is just a reskin of the last game that adds nothing new, does nothing unique. These idiots will still praise it. Why? Because it's God of War and because it's PlayStation.
Or maybe, God forbid, they enjoyed the first game and just wanted more. And so Sony thought, well, if people want more, let's give them more. Or in other words, they saw a market demand and decided to answer it, which is called good business.
It's like most games, again, they're getting better and better. This review is higher. This review is higher. It's getting the same review as last time. That proves that the game is trash. It's stagnant. It's going nowhere.
No, that just means that it's the same as the first game, which according to that 94 review score, it doesn't mean it's trash. It just means it's the same as the last one. But again, how much higher are you gonna go from a review score of 94? Like, that's literally a near-perfect review score. There's not a lot higher you can go from there.
This game should have got at least a 98. It couldn't even get higher than Elden Ring. And that was a horrible game.
Bruh, of course this motherfucker hates Elden Ring. I feel like this guy is one of those motherfuckers that needs to hear that just because you hate on something because it's popular, it doesn't make you any less of a sheep than the person who likes something that's popular because it's popular. Like, you're literally just a sheep of the other herd. That's it.
It's a failure. It's a flop. I told you it was going to flop. And all these losers in the comment section saying, well, how did the last game flop if it sold over like 20 million? There's over billions of people on this planet and it can only sell 20 million copies?
Yeah, because I don't know if you would know this, but you know, about half the world's population live in fucking poverty, my guy, and don't have access to video games. As well, not everybody plays video games. Like, that is possibly the stupidest point I've ever heard. Oh, well, it didn't sell 7.9 billion copies. I guess that's a flop. Literally no game ever made has sold 7.9 billion copies. So technically, by that logic, every single game ever made is a flop.
Didn't the PlayStation 4 have over 100 million sales? So you're telling me only 20 million people out of those 100 million bought the game? That is a flop.
Of course, not everyone who owns a PlayStation is gonna buy God of War. Most people buy game consoles to play free games, and even still, 20 million out of 100 is a good ratio. That's 1 in 5. Like, how many other games does 1 out of every 5 people play?
This is a huge AAA release that had stupid budgets behind it, stupid campaigns, including terrible actors and ball players that has nothing to do with gaming coming out here, trying to hype up the game with these corny commercials, had all this behind it, and it can only get a 94 on Metacritic. This game is a flop.
You know, am I the only person who thinks that Sony and all the developers of God of War Ragnarok would actually be celebrating that 94? Like, all the developers are just there like, yeah, 94! All the hard work paid off, I haven't slept in 4 days!
You clowns move off of emotion, not facts.
Oh, the fucking irony. The irony that throughout this entire fucking video, he's literally been the most emotional motherfucker. Dear God.
You move off of hype. As long as people are saying good things about something, it's good to you. As long as it's popular, it's good to you. As long as this terrible YouTuber and streamer that you watch is talking about it and saying it's good to you.
And the same thing you just said there, which this is even more irony, applies to you. Because while you're saying that everyone is blindly praising these things for those reasons, you are blindly hating for those reasons. Like, my guy, you ain't a wolf. You're just a sheep of the other herd.
You stupid viewers, you people watching this video are just stupid. You just blindly believe them. Could never be me. I function off of true quality.
And while we blindly believe them, you just blindly disbelieve them. Blind belief and blind disbelief are just as bad as each other. Because in neither scenario have you actually formed your own conclusion. Somebody needs to tell you this, my guy, and that is, you're just as stupid as everybody else.
How does it feel knowing that no matter what you do, no matter where you go, all of you people watching this video right now, how does it feel to know that no matter where you go, no matter what you do, I'm better than you?
Not gonna lie, I feel fine and I still sleep soundly at night. I really don't care. Anyway, I kind of don't care about the rest of his video. I don't know, I think this has gone on long enough, so thanks everybody for watching this video. If you did enjoy, leave a like. If you're new to the channel, why not subscribe? Turn on those post notifications. Follow me on Twitter at JordanCS. Subscribe to the second channel, JordanCS2. Join my Discord server, the CS Nation. Links to all of those will be in the description. Please don't send any hate over to Young Defiant. It's really unneeded. But that's all for today. So until the next one, piss off.